Be authentic about it, and just keep plugging away at it. It's going to take a while. You're going to get frustrated. Move on to another project. Take a walk. Do something else, and come back when the inspiration strikes. But never force anything. That's my big thing. You can't force inspiration.
What was the process like, actually, the hands-on of going from 0 to finished book? Can you talk a little bit about the mammoth undertaking that was, and maybe, 1 or 2 or 3 lessons that you learned from that process?
Absolutely. Yeah, it really was an undertaking. When I started these nights, these horror movie nights myself, I just thought they were going to be fun. I just thought we were all going to have a good time. And then about halfway through, maybe about 5 or 6 nights in, my friends were all like, "What are you going to do with this?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? We're just having a good time." And they're like, "No, other people are going to want to do this." And I'm like, thinking about, what can I do with this? Okay, maybe I can start an event service and cater these nights myself, and or whatever. But ultimately, I chose to do a book because it's more accessible, and it's more fun. You get to do it in your own home and invite your friends over, and it makes for a much more fun evening. I Once I decided that it was going to be a book, it took about 2 years to compile it all into book format, um, retake some pictures, uh, that sort of thing, get it all ready for my copy. So I self-published it, I think 2 years ago, and then it got picked up. And so the version that you have, and that we're talking about today, is the version that Ulysses Press put out. And so after I put mine out, it was about another year or so until their copy went out. So it was about, overall, 5-year process, I think, from the first horror movie night all the way to the book that we're talking about today. And if I have any tips for people, I would just say, find what makes your idea stick out. There's a lot out there. So what about your idea do people want to know? Be authentic about it, and just keep plugging away at it. It's going to take a while. You're going to get frustrated. Move on to another project. Take a walk. Do something else, and come back when the inspiration strikes. But never force anything. That's my big thing. You can't force inspiration, or you're not going to end up with the best product that you could possibly have.
Without getting too woo-woo for a moment, I feel like that's really evolved, um, advice, and I feel like that's very modern 2023. Just, I don't know. I get this sense from you that you're a very you're an evolved human being in that way. So I just wanted to compliment you and say, well, because we just finished years of hustle culture where it's like, if you're not sleeping under your desk, you're not good enough. And I think now we're evolving to this place where it's more mental health and more finding solutions rather than just pounding against the wall. So I wanted to
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I was never, I never worked well in those sort of environments. So
Richard, thank you. The book is called The Horror Movie Night Cookbook, Richard S. Sargent. As we wrap up, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your intelligence and your passion for movies and art and cooking and horror movies. For those of us who want to follow you, who want to browse the book, where can we find the book? Where can we learn more about you? Tell us the website, the social media, anything you'd like.
sure, yeah, the book can be found, I believe, at any local bookstore, or online, Barnes and Noble, Amazon, that sort of thing. Um, if you want to learn more about me or just maybe get bonus recipes every now and then on my Instagram, you can follow the Horror Movie Night Cookbook Instagram or my own personal one, R Sergeant 83. So I'm on Facebook as well. You can find me on there. Um, yeah, stay in touch. Tell me what you like, and if you host your own, tag me in that sort of stuff. I'd love to see how your recipes come out, what you would change. I'd love feedback. So if you do try any of this, please contact me online and let me know what you liked and what you didn't.